Now to WSTC News with your anchors, Erica Zavatsky and Jake Stewart.
Hello and welcome to WSTC News. I'm Jake Stewart.
And I'm Erica Zavatsky. This student-operated newscast is brought to you by the Belmont-Harrison Career Center in St. Clairsville High School.
Gas prices are dropping, just like the temperatures across the country. The prices are so low in most areas, 1 gallon of gas is less than $2. WSTC News reporter Jake Schwarz has more on the story.
With the gas prices so low, it's cheaper to buy a gallon of gas than a gallon of milk. I'll be interviewing a few students and teachers on their opinions on the low gas prices.
I really like the low gas prices out in Morristown. Gas is about $1.45, so drive out there, fill up the Jeep for about $15.
So, what can you do now that the gas prices are lower?
Two things that I've noticed. My wife recently looked into airline tickets. Jet fuel, JP8 I think it's called. The price of that has come down, so airline tickets have come down because we were thinking about going on some different vacations. That's one thing. The other thing that I noticed is the price of goods have gone down. For example, at Sam's Club, I like to buy their salmon fillets, so I'm very in tune with that price. And probably average price, they've come down $2 or $3 because the price of transporting goods has come down.
The current gas price for regular gas in Ohio is $1.55, while the national average is $1.82. This is decreased compared to last year's $2.03. How do you feel about the lower gas prices around the area?
The gas prices being so low is really exciting because that means that I could drive more and that I can save money and buy other things with what I used to save for the gas.
This has been Jake Schwarz from WSTC News. Back to you.
The National Honor Society hosted a Red Cross blood drive last Thursday, January 21st. With teachers as advisors and students running the event, Joe Porter has the full story.
Recently, students over the age of 16 in St. Clairsville High School were able to give blood, helping raise awareness and save lives. As a co-advisor of the blood drive, what does it take to set it up?
It takes a lot of preparation. From the beginning, we meet with one of the members of the Red Cross, and she helps us get numbers, figure out how many tables we need, how many staff members, and then on top of that, each NHS member is in charge of recruiting donors, plus they have to bring in snacks for the donors to recover. On top of that, we have the setup process with the tables and organizing everything. It's gone really great this year. The transition from beginning to end was wonderful. We had a lot of donors show up. This year, over 70, so all of that prep work really made a difference this year.
As a co-advisor, what does it take to set up the blood drive?
Well, Joel, it's a real big process when we set up the blood drive. The first thing we have to do is really work at scheduling around activities because we want to have the most donors that we can possibly have from the school. The next is really trying to encourage the students to come out and donate. Whenever a student donates their blood, they're saving at least 3 lives. So that's something we definitely want to promote. And then it's just some of the logistics behind it is finding a location. This year we had it at the high school, our first blood drive, and then we moved it to the middle school. We found with all the equipment that the Red Cross brings in that the middle school is a lot nicer because we don't have to worry about elevators, hallways, that sort of thing. So that worked out really well. But mostly the biggest part is just encouraging the kids to come out. And I think this year, because of the numbers that we had and the fact that we did have such a great turnout and really impressed the American Red Cross, that the kids are really seeing the benefit of giving blood.
Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs blood, and there are 41,000 blood donations needed daily. As a donor and a member of NHS, what is it like to be a part of the blood drive?
Well, as a donor, it's really simple. You go in, you fill out some paperwork, they take your blood. It doesn't hurt that bad, a little pinch, a little burn, and then you give and you get to sit on a mat and eat snacks, and it's pretty great. You may feel tired afterwards or nauseous or throw up, but in all reality, it's not that bad. If you actually give, you feel good afterwards after you give. For being a volunteer and being an escort, it's really not that much work. You just walk people to and from the tables, and you make sure that they don't pass out, throw up. You make sure they get their snack, and it's really simple.
The number of blood donations collected in the U.S. in a year is 15.7 million, with the number of blood donors only reaching 9.2 million. Reporting for WSTC News, I'm Joel Porter. Back to you.
Don't change that dial. Stay tuned for more WSTC News.
Cooking lessons, the school ski trip, and something to sing about? You won't want to miss this. Stay tuned.
Carry on, carry on. Let's carry on and take advantage of the opportunities offered at the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers and learn a trade while earning your high school diploma at the same time. Check out interesting and challenging programs right now. Business, skilled trades, technical, mechanical, or personal services. You'll find Belmont-Harrison Career Centers facilities and programs truly amazing. See your guidance counselor or call the Belmont-Harrison Career Centers today at 740-695-9130 or visit their website at www.bhccenters.com.
With the winter season upon us, many kids are eagerly awaiting the infamous snowbird. Are snow days always a good thing for students? Here with the details is WSTC reporter Cody Goletz.
With the weather in the Ohio Valley being unpredictable, I'm going to go around and ask the students and teachers how they feel about snow days. How can snow days affect the academic calendar?
Snow days can affect the academic calendar. And the reason they can affect, because after so many days of being out, sometimes you have to have extra work for it. And the state of Ohio has come up with the blizzard bags that are very helpful in giving students extra work to do at home. And it's set up as individual work where they can work on it when they get back to school. They go over the material.
How do you plan around the snow to get here on time?
Well, I have a truck, so what I do is I put two 70-pound sandbags in the back of my truck, and I have a little wooden jig to keep them from sliding all over the place. That's 150 pounds over the wheel wells, and that provides me with a lot of extra traction. Also, it's four-wheel drive. And I got new tires. New tires are very important. The tires I had were bald. They were not moving me anywhere. These new tires got some nice grip to them. So I'm pretty much set for the snow. I'm in good shape.
The average amount of snowfall in St. Clairsville, Ohio is 21.8 inches per year. Can you list the pros and cons for snow days?
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice having a couple days off now and then, but it kind of hurts. You know, a lot of people get in accidents, and it's kind of a bummer driving in the snow all the time, but what can you do? It's Ohio.
Reporting for WSTC News, I'm Cody Goletz. Back to you.
Show choir at St. Clairsville has always been an outstanding program, and this year is no exception. WSTC's Cole Skaggs has the story.
The St. C Singers have just finished their first competition, receiving Grand Champion, Best Costumes, and Donnie Falbo received Best Performer. I interviewed members of the show choir to see how they felt about the first competition. How do you feel the first competition went?
I think it went really well, and I think it's going to be a preview of how good we're going to do this year, and I think our underclassmen rocked it.
How do you feel about getting Best Performer?
I feel very privileged and honored and happy with how the overall group did.
The St. C Singers' next competition is this Saturday, January 30th, at Riverside High School. Competitions start at 10:30 a.m. How do you think the last competition went?
All right. Well, I think we did really good. Obviously, we did really good because we won Grand Champion. Compared to other choirs, I think we have room to improve. There's always room for improvement. So, we did good.
Reporting for WSTC News, I'm Cole Skaggs. Back to you.
With snow falling and the temperatures dropping, some students at St. Clairsville High School are suiting up for the first ski trip of the season. WSTC reporter Shelby Sanders has the trip details.
Do you ski? Do you snowboard? If you answered yes to one of these questions, then the St. Clairsville Ski Club is for you. I've set out to interview some members and the advisor to get the whole story on the club. So how was the overall trip?
The Red Devil Ski Club is in full swing, and I think we had a great time. We just went to Hidden Valley in Pennsylvania, spent a day on one of our holiday weekends, and We're there about 10 hours and took 31 people. We plan on doing it again in February, so I would tell anybody if they missed out or wanted to come check out the ski club next time, February 14th. I think we're going on Valentine's Day. Should be a pretty fun time.
It was pretty good. About 20 of us went down to Hidden Valley, and we all had a pretty fun time.
How was the weather?
The beginning of the day was just cloudy, overcast, and then halfway through it started snowing pretty bad. And at the end of the night, it was like a whiteout. It was pretty intense.
The ski club took their first trip Sunday, January 17th, 2016. The group plans to return to Hidden Valley, PA, sometime in February.
It was really fun to go out with your friends and ski and have a good time with them. It was a little cold, but other than that, having a good time with your friends is all that matters.
This is Shelby Sanders reporting for WSTC News. Back to you.
Taking a step away from the heart of the newsroom and into the heat of the kitchen is WSTC reporter and host, Jada Creer.
Hi, I'm Jada Creer, and with me today is the infamous Chef AG. What's on the menu today, Chef?
Actually, today we're going to be making a nutritious strawberry banana smoothie. We have the ice, which is actually the first step. Would you do the honors?
I would love to do the ice.
We'll need about a cup. Next we'll need a banana, obviously since it's banana strawberry. Yummy, yum. We use about a half of a banana.
An interesting fact about bananas are that they are the least expensive fruits that we buy here in America.
How weird. Now we'll be using some strawberries. We only need about a few, so there you go. Okay.
And while I do this, another interesting fact is that strawberries are one of the only fruits that wear their seeds on the outside.
And Americans actually eat an average of 3.5 pounds of strawberries per year. We only need a few of those. Next, we have some almond milk. Actually, it's 50% more calcium than daily milk. That's pretty good.
It's really good.
It's only 90 calories a serving too. We'll just apply a little bit of this.
Just a little.
This looks about,
that looks good.
About right.
Oh, I think we need a little more.
Maybe a tad bit more.
That looks good.
How about that? How's that look to you?
Looks good.
Nice. Now, just to touch it up a little bit, we're gonna add some honey. We'll just...
That looks sweet.
It's a little bit sticky. I think, how much do you like yours?
Personally, I like my smoothies to be nice and sweet.
So, a little more honey?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, seems about right.
Next, we need a lid. You don't want to make a mess.
We better hold it just for safety.
You don't want to. All right, and then the final step is to push blend.
You can do the honors. Oh my, it's so loud.
That's good.
Does that, looks wonderful. You ready to try it?
I'm ready to try it.
That's a delicious treat.
WSTC will continue after this short commercial break.
Stay tuned for WSTC Sports. Stay with us for more action.
the name play, there's no horsing around.
Hello and welcome to WSTC Sports. I'm Autumn Boyer.
And I'm Scott Dobrinsky. Let's now turn our attention to what's happening in the wide world of sports.
From the kitchen plates to the mats, St. C Wrestling has pinned this story. We turn to Branden Ducker with more.
Now that OVACs are over, the Red Devils finished with multiple athletes standing on the podium. I caught up with a couple of them to get an update on this year's season. Now that OVACs are over, what's your team's plan on attacking sectionals?
Well, OVACs is a big part of the season, and first part of the season is to build up to OVACs. So once that's over, and we had a pretty good run in that tournament, so we were pleased with the outcome. And now sectionals, it's a big part of the season. They get to state and place in the state. So I mean, we just gotta go like we've been going for the first half of the season and work hard and do our best.
We're always looking to improve, so we're just going to keep getting better as the season goes on and hope for the best outcome.
The season's going very well. Very proud of our guys. Have a lot to look forward to. Still a lot of season left. They can all really make a difference.
And I'm reporter Branden Ducker reporting you from WSTC News. Back to you in the studio.
With the season well underway, the St. Clairsville basketball team slid into a spot in the Buckeye 8 championship. Let's go over to Abby Miller with more on the story.
Hi, I'm Abby Miller, and I'm standing here by John Jenkins Court, where the St. Clairsville basketball team has increased their record to 11-4. We interviewed players and coaches on their thoughts on the season.
Well, it's going pretty good. Playing pretty efficiently right now. We're at the top of the Buckeye 8. It's going pretty good. Pretty solid team this year. I think we'll do well.
How do you think the basketball team has performed so far, and how do you think they'll do in the upcoming games?
Well, so far this year, we've overcome some adversity and made a good run to make it to the Buckeye 8 championship, which is on the 30th. And last year, we were like one win short of being in that game, so a big improvement from last year to this year for that opportunity. And then hopefully we'll make the OVAC tournament as well and get to host a game and hopefully do well there.
The boys varsity team will be playing in the Buckeye 8 Championship on January 30th. It is hosted at the Buckeye Local High School and begins at 7 o'clock. How do you feel your team has performed this season, and what do you think is to come?
Well, we've really grew as a team. A lot of injuries and complications occurred, and we just did what we had to pull out some wins. We still have a lot more games to go, including the playoffs, and the most we can do is just keep on taking it game by game and try to grow as a team and get better together.
Reporting for WSTC News, I'm Abby Miller.
Well, that's all the time we have for WSTC News.
Thanks for watching. Stay classy and have a great week. So, Autumn, what's your predictions on the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Broncos are going to win 52-24.
Well, you see, I think Carolina's going to win 48-42.
Ooh, that's close.
Oh, son of a gun! All right, let's do it again.
It was a gallon.
Son of 1 gas gallon, a gallon of gallon.
1 gallon of gasoline.
Son of a. Let's go. Erica's turn. Here you go.
He's like, ma.
Oh, why did I do that again? I went like this. Okay, sorry.
Vroom, vroom.
You're stepping on it.